Yo, what up y'all? My name is Temp. Welcome to my last video for our Limgrave walkthrough, missing pieces of Limgrave. So in this video we are going to be going over a few of the things that we did not pick up or bosses that we did not defeat. So to get started here, we are going to go to the first one to run into, the Tree Sentinel. I'm sure you guys have went up against him already. If you haven't defeated him, now is the time to do so. Afterward we're going to do Agheel Dragon in the Agheel Lake, get the great Epee weapon from that camp that we were at in our previous walkthrough. We'll get the green turtle talisman from Summon Water Lake, or Summon Water Village, whatever it was called. We're going to go kill the Knight's Cavalry, we're going to go kill the Crucible Knight at Stormhill Jail, and we're going to go kill the Ulcerated Tree Spirit underneath Stormhill Castle. So I'm going to be putting something on here, changing my stuff up a little bit, seeing if it's okay with what I'm going in with. I think everything's fine. I'm not too picky about my build stuff. It is what it is. If I can't defeat something, I'll switch it up afterward, but best to come kind of prepared. And if you don't know already, you can two-hand weapons, most weapons, by holding in triangle or Y. I think I explained this already, but you can hold that triangle or Y in on your controller and hit the R1 or L2 button, and you will pick that'll basically pick which hand you are two-handing it, and you can do the same to go back to one-handed. Two-handed just gives more, I think it scales more with strength, so if you're using weapons that are too high in strength, you can, I believe you just cut that number in half, whatever the requirement is, and if you two-hand it, you can use it to its full potential. However, with dex weapons, I am unsure, but for the most part, I go one-handed with a dex weapon and use incantations along with that, with a seal in my left hand. But either works, whatever your playstyle is. Every playstyle in the game seems to work out in the long run. So now, when you get these guys poise break like that, I don't know where you go to get a crit off on. I don't even know if you can. But he is dead. First try. Thank goodness. Let's see what we got. We got the Golden Halberd. The Golden Halberd is actually a really nice weapon. It's a little too high on the strength requirement for me. But Golden Bow is a good ash for it. Both those halberds are really nice, but this one is quite hefty. So next up is the Flying Dragon Agheel, and we'll be getting a dragon heart off of him when he's dead. This is quite a long fight, so I'm trying to speed things up a little bit for y'all. Normally when he flies up in the air, if he stays directly above where he took off at, he's going to ground slam you like he is right now. You can easily avoid it. But if he flies up and moves somewhere else, you want to just get some distance from him. He'll either land somewhere else or he will start some type of fire breath like that. And they have very long range. You can jump over those, I could not. And horseback is a pretty good option here, however I think you're equally as safe being on foot. Now, if you have summons that have range, that would probably be a better bet. However, I think the jellyfish summon is decent because it tanks pretty well. But either way, this guy is going to be quite a fight unless you can level past him and stand a better chance. But from defeating him, you will get the Dragon Heart, and the Dragon Hearts are used at the Dragon Communion, which we covered in a previous playthrough. You have to get there through the coastal cave on the, I guess, the west side of Limgrave. Get some cool dragon incantations. A little too high for my faith at the moment, though. Poise break him, get a crit. Always great when you can get those off. If you can ever get a crit, and that's the most damage you know you're going to do at the moment, definitely go for it. This guy sure does fly far. He flies so far he disappears sometimes and respawns. Pretty sweet, pretty epic fight, honestly. First time coming through here, comes out of nowhere and just destroyed the shit out of me. That goes for almost everything in this game, honestly. Alright, got him done, got the dragon heart. Now we are going to go to get 2 items, take a break from boss killing. But that is where the Dragon Communion is, if you were wondering. So we are going to go get the Great Epee, thrusting weapon. I love thrusting weapons. That's probably going to be what I'm leaning toward later. We're going to hit this Grace, hop on down there. Waypoint Ruins. And it's right in front of this camp up here. You can kill him or not kill him. I'm not going to kill him because I just want to get the weapon and get out of there. Once we get up here, we're going to pop open this chest. Grab. Oh, shit. They are not going to let me get that easy, huh? I'm going to have to panic roll my whole way up there, watch. Get it. Ugh. Shit, man. Yeah, clearing that out probably would have been more beneficial, but it's alright, we'll get out of here. Alright, now that we're kind of in a safe spot, let's head back over to our other area that we're going to get the green turtle talisman from, and that is from, I believe, Summonwater Village up north. So we're going to head up there. Alright, so coming here, I absolutely forgot where the entrance to the Stone Sword Key unlock was. Yeah, definitely don't follow me. But when you come in here from the site of Grace, as I am right now, it's to the right where I'm at. I'm just overlooking it. It's like right there, yeah. I think I finally see it. Right into the right. Use a key. And grab my favorite animal's talisman. This will give you quicker stamina recovery. Can be pretty beneficial in some builds. I probably would never use it though, but I actually don't think I ever got it on any of my playthroughs. I never bothered with it, but we are now. My equip load's still kind of low, so I might just keep that one on. Alright, what's coming up next? Next up, we've got the Knight's Cavalry, which is one of the bosses that we can only spawn during the night. Just like the Deathrite bird we took out, I think in the Northern Limgrave video we did. And we will get the Ash of War Rapid Thrust, which is a pretty good Ash of War, especially if you're using status and building weapons, more specifically thrusting weapons like rapiers or things of the such, or the Great Epee. I'm not sure if you can put that thrusting weapon we just got. I don't know if you can put an Ash of War on it. I haven't tried. I feel like you can, but it'd probably be pretty nice with it. So it is nighttime. We did switch the clock over, and here he is. Now these guys aren't really terribly hard. A lot of times I'll see people go on horseback and fight them like I'm doing right now. However, as you notice, you can really only get one good hit off every time you hit them, and I feel like it's just you could just do a lot more to him, especially to the horse on the ground. And when these guys' horses die, if you kill the horse before him, any of them can summon their horse back. So just keep that in mind. You can interrupt them while they're casting the summon horse, but it's kind of quick. It's kind of a quick cast, to be honest. So I usually go for the horse and then try and do as much damage to them as I can. Depending on which one you're fighting will determine what weapon they're using. This guy's not that terrible. I know the next one in the Weeping Peninsula, which is the area I'm going to be covering next. There he goes. A little bit more tough. His weapon, I think, procs bleed. So it's a little more dangerous to get hit by him, because at any moment that bleed could proc and do a shitload of damage to you. This guy just kind of drags his pole arm around and get him out of here. But in return, you get that Ash of War I was talking about earlier. And then we are going to move on to the hardest boss here, Crucible Knight at Stormhill, Evergaol. So you're going to want to go to the Artist Shack, or I'm sorry, Stormhill Shack, and walk down to him. In the last Stormhill walkthrough I did, came here and got embarrassed, completely embarrassed. So coming back now, taking him out. These guys are definitely tough. Definitely tough. They're always tough, but they give really good loot. Really good stuff, especially if you're a faith enjoyer. These things are really one of the reasons I like these Evergaols. They're just kind of unique. Just what they're here for, and these guys are just kind of stuck in here for whatever reason. I'm sure I've heard the reason before on a Vadi video, but it always eludes me. There's so much going on in this game, but very cool. You can't use your summon. You kind of just have to 1v1 these guys, and you're put up against some of the most feared, enemy types in the game, in the universe here. It's pretty neat to be able to do, and they all got cool backstories. If you all look them up, you know where to go. Double pot there on accident, whoops. Yeah, he's got the Crucible tail that he drops, and he's got that fly thing, which we can't do yet, but in the DLC coming up, it looks like we will be able to use that as an Ash of War or an incantation. Hopefully it's an incantation, not just an Ash of War. Looking forward to seeing all the new stuff that they bring out in this DLC. That's why we're here, and we're leveling up fresh characters, going through the game, getting everybody what they need to get to be ready. Really gotta watch out for the triple swings he does. Do one swing and then another swing followed up by a quick swing after the second swing. Third swing's always the quickest. And the thing about that Crucible tail he does, now when you get this, you have two charges of it. So when you attack, you can do a follow-up attack of it. Now when he does it, from what I can tell, if I'm close to him, he only does it once. If I get far away from him, the tail gets longer to reach me. and he also will do it twice. So he'll do a follow-up sometimes, so definitely be careful. It's kind of tricky to dodge through that tail too, as most tails are. This guy's gonna fucking get it right here. Yeah, there we go. Awesome. Hopefully you guys didn't have too hard of a time getting him. It took me about 13 tries just to get that motherfucker down. So, good for you guys, good for me. Now the last boss that we forgot in Limgrave, unless I'm forgetting, let me know in the comments if I am, is the Ulcerated Tree Spirit. And he just drops a golden seed, but golden seeds are very important for us. So we are going to go get it. And then we can upgrade our flasks. Just gonna grab a couple things here, equip some stuff so I stand a bit better of a chance, stack the odds. I'm going to show you how to get there. So we are starting off at the Liftside Chamber, Grace in Stormhill. And we are going to follow my path here all the way down to the Ulcerated Spirit. And yes, if you die, you have to go all the way back through this. So I had to change my gear real quick because I was fat rolling. I don't want to do that on this boss. You can't really afford a fat roll on bosses like this. This guy is tough. These Ulcerated Tree Spirits are always tough. These are like Dark Souls 3, whatever those dudes were called, the Black Plague Glob dudes that are super vulnerable to fire. Can't remember their name, but they move just like them. Can't tell what they're doing. You gotta fucking aim and pray, man. So the magic, what's it called? The magic grease on my weapon probably isn't the best bet. Fire grease would most likely be the best thing to put on your weapon. But this is all I had right now. I always forget to craft stuff, so I could probably craft the fire grease, but I sure forget to do crafting in this game a lot. I rarely spend time crafting this game because I usually just find things and go about the game like that. This guy just has some wild attacks that you just don't really see coming, and the animations are somewhat similar to the other ones he does, so they're all very wild. Just keep getting it, keep doing it, don't give up. You need that golden seed. Break his poise if you can, get a crit on him. Hallelujah. That wraps it up for this one, guys. The missing pieces of Limgrave. I hope you guys stuck through it, and I hope you guys enjoyed my walkthroughs. I know they're a little choppy, but I'm getting used to it, and I'm hoping to improve my content creation game through this walkthrough series. So next up is going to be the Weeping Peninsula. I hope you guys join me. Like and subscribe. Keep it cool.